Hey everyone, Once Bitten here with another battle report. So I attended a tournament last weekend. This game is the first of 3 games I'll be reporting on that tournament. I approached it kind of differently. This tournament has no comp system, but I used a comp system for my army, which is the one detailed at the bottom. It's a it's a very different comp system than one I've ever used before, and I put together my list trying to make it as absolutely as soft as possible based on that comp system, just to try it out, see how it worked. So I thought it'd be very interesting, and I approached the tournament thinking that I'm bringing a knife to a gunfight because I'm facing armies that are not restricted by comp, and kind of curious how that's going to work out. So first game I get Ogres, of course. So starting on the left, he's got some lead belchers with a fire belly, uh, 10 Noblar trappers, and behind it there's just a base, but that's a saber tusk. He's got his iron gut, his Iron Guts with a Slaughtermaster and his Bruiser BSB, some Bulls, another base that represents a Saber Tusk, 4 Mournfang with the infamous Dragonhide banner, an Iron Blaster, and then more Noblar trappers, and another Iron Blaster. So starting on my left, I've got a unit of 25 Gore, full command, double hand weapons. I've got a War Gore in there. I don't know really what he does for that unit, because he gives him a ward save against flaming attacks, and he's just, a little bit extra punch and leadership should I need it. I've got 5 Minotaurs with my Battle Standard Bearer, and this I realized I really made a mistake because I gave them a musician and a champion, and because of the champion, I don't get a lookout sir even on turn 1 for my characters. So that was just a dumb mistake on my part. I could really make the unit bigger and keep within the comp system that I wanted, so I need to take out the champion, so at least I get 1 lookout sir. Anyway, another unit of 25 Gore. This one has my level 2 spellcaster. Took the lore of beasts. I wanted to take the lore of the wild, but I didn't want to just give the game away. And I don't know what good the lore of the wild does. 5 more Minotaurs, same build. They've got a banner in there and a champion, no musician. This one has my general, and I'm using the special character Torox the Brass Bull. He's kind of quirky. He's not as good as my normal 1-up, and I think he's more expensive than him. Um, but I like Minotaurs. Then there's a unit of Harpies, and then I'm holding 2 units in reserve. They're both 25 Gore, same build. I have 4 units of Gore that are all the same. And then I did roll up the Transformation of Gadon spell, so I have that model out, hopefully to get that out, to get that spell off. Because without that spell, I really don't know what I'm going to do against this list. I think no matter how I charge him or where, he's going to get so much combat res through wounds that I'm not going to stand up. So anyway, we'll see. So we go to turn 1, Ogres move like that. So he starts shooting at me. I think, yeah. Anyway, he killed a Minotaur, obviously, but he wasn't able to kill my Battle Standard Bearer, which I thought was interesting. He shot at my general. This is actually, I take that back. Everything I just said, that was through the magic phase. He killed a Minotaur somehow. But here, in his shooting phase, he put both Iron Blasters through my general, and the first one did 2 wounds, and then because it didn't kill him, it stopped it, and the second one only did 1 wound on him. So I got insanely lucky. I mean, my characters just don't have a chance standing up against. I mean, cannons are accurate enough, but these Iron Blasters are stupid accurate. Um, yeah, so we'll see how that turns out. Beastman turn 1, I move up, as you can see. Really, he has me outranged, he has me out magicked, and I might have him out combated. Who knows? Here on the right, my Harpies charge one of the Saber Tusks just to get it off the board. And if you look on the upper right, my one of my units of Gore came on the board, and they came on the right edge, and I actually really like that. Um, at least I can threaten his flank somehow. So there's that combat, close-up action shot, and we kill the Saber Tusk and then just reform. And we go to Ogre's turn 2, and I feel like I'm playing a Slann army or a Dwarf army. He doesn't move. He just sits back there, and so throws his chaff up a little bit. He does move this unit of Nobblers. I actually felt like this was a huge mistake because it makes my charge easy, and I'm almost certainly going to break the Nobblers in combat, and then get an easy overrun into the flank of his Mournfang, and that's going to be by far my just best chance of taking them down. Now, one thing about these trappers, though, I guess when I charge them, because they're trappers, I have to take a dangerous terrain test for everybody in the unit. And so that's actually not a bad strategy to whittle my units down a little bit. So during the magic phase, he uses the Lore of Death to kill my Brave Shaman. He had the Greedy Fist, which would have lowered his magic level to 0 anyway, but I got him. I just died before it affected me. So during the shooting phase, yeah, we're now we're down Torox the Brass Bull. Didn't even make it halfway across the board. Um, oh wait, I'm sorry. This is my BSB's unit. The Battle Standard Bearer, his unit's been taking a beating. There we go. There's Torox the Brass Bull, not even making it halfway across the board. And we go to Beastmen turn 2. So my Minotaurs that used to have the General, they go ahead and charge a Saber Tusk. Figured it'll get their Frenzy back. I use my Harpies to redirect his Mournfang, just so if my Gore do not get into their flank, they don't come charging into my Minotaurs. Not a whole lot I can do to stop his other units of Bulls from getting to the flank of my Minotaurs. But what you gonna do? I can't sit around all day. He's got me magicked and being shot to death. If you look on the left, my Battle Standard Bearers unit and a unit of Gore charge a unit of Noblar Trappers. There we go. And again, dangerous terrain tests all the way around. If you see those green tokens on the board, they're labeled 1, 2, and 3. It's part of the scenario. You get extra victory points for having those. I usually make the charge over here. Yep, just more action photos. And after combat, it looks like that. Basically, on the left, we easily beat the Noblar Trappers. The Gore unit overran and is in combat with the Lead Belchers with the Fire Belly. And my Battle Standard Bearers unit overran, and they were like a quarter-inch short of making the charge against his Iron Guts. Which, whatever. I mean, it would have given me a few impact hits, I guess. But either way, 9 Iron Guts, or I guess 7 Iron Guts and 2 characters against 1 character and 2 Minotaurs. He's going to win that regardless. Anyway, my other Minotaurs obviously won, got their frenzy back, overran. They're set up for a flank charge. Yeah, there's that. And what's funny is when I look at this picture now, it looks like when he charges me, he should come into my flank. But in the game, when he charged me to my front. And I don't remember. It didn't come up. He just moved him up, and now I'm just now seeing that it probably should have been a flank charge. Over here, we kill all the Noblars except one, overrun to the flank of the Mournfang Cavalry, and very, very happy about that. Now, they do have the Dragonhide banner, so he's going to get some extra wounds that way, but I really can't hope for more. I'll have a charge, a flank, a banner, and probably 2 ranks by the time we go to combat res. So more action shots. And we go to Ogres turn 3, and yeah, I mean his Iron Guts charge Minotaurs, his regular Bulls charge my other Minotaurs. Yeah, that's not going to go well in either round of combat. Yeah, not sure why all the pictures. And over here, this one actually kind of made me cranky just a little bit. Basically, my Gore failed their fear test. They failed their Primal Fury test. Then they failed their fear test. So obviously I didn't do any wounds to him. He was sitting on 3s instead of 4s. Just crunched the unit. He did enough wounds that I didn't even win combat. I was steadfast, and that didn't matter. And he broke them and ran them down. So I was thinking, geez, I mean, it's really the most I could hope for, getting a flank charge into him, and even that isn't enough. The Harpies failed their panic test, ran away. The Bulls came in. I went first. I think even then I did 3 wounds total, and so he did several wounds, broke me in combat, did not run me down. Over here, he did amazingly badly over here. I think it's just because he clipped me, and so he didn't get all that many attacks in. So then he reformed. Basically, I think my champion's in a challenge and has 2 wounds on him. My Battle Standard Bearer has 1 wound. The rank and file has 1 wound. Yeah. And after that, the frenzy marker goes away. And then over here, yeah, I got a charge to these guys. I had a charge, a banner, and I assumed I would have at least 2 ranks by the time we were done with combat. And again, I failed my fear test, failed my Primal Fury. I ended up doing 1 wound total, and he just beat the snot out of me. So at this point, I was a little bit frustrated. I'm like, my units, I'm getting good matchups with, 25 strong units into single ranks, and I can't do anything. So we go to Beastman turn 3, my Minotaurs rally, my Gore in the middle countercharge into his Iron Guts. I'm hoping that in the challengers he might get a few wounds, but for the most part I have so few wounds left in the Minotaurs that he shouldn't get too much combat res there. Yeah, so I rally, big deal. It's not going to mean much. And after combat, it looks like that. I think I won this round of combat, so you see the Gore Bull BSB has a frenzy marker back, but he also has 3 wounds, so he's sitting on 1 wound, and I've got all my Gore on the right. And if you look on the left, it's really the same thing. I wasn't even steadfast this round of combat, so pretty hopeless that they're going to do any good. My character is in combat with the Firebelly, and his ward save against flaming attacks is the only thing that's really keeping him alive. I don't know if the Firebelly's attacks are flaming anyway, but whatever. He's sitting on 2 wounds. Over in the left, that woods was whatever thicket it was that made you stupid, and his Mournfang are failing his stupidity test. So Ogre turn 4, they just stumble forward. He charges my Minotaurs. Over here to charges his Iron Blaster in. And yeah, I think he shot a cannonball, killed 2 Harpies, they fled their panic. Over here, yeah, he just kind of whooped up on both my Gore units. Yeah, the full unit that got the charge into this unit that both of us thought I would just wipe through him through combat res and everything else. Yeah, he killed me down to 2 guys. Broke this other unit, and yeah, beat up my Minotaurs. You can see how this fight's going, right? So Beastman turn 4. There's really not a whole lot to do. If people rally, great. They're standing there to get charged again. Yeah, there's that. I don't have the Minotaur may have ran off the table. I don't remember. Ogres turn 5 looks like that. Sorry, it's getting boring. I don't know what to say about it. Yeah, my guys are fleeing everywhere or moving. These guys, I think he shot them to get the final points off of them. Beastman turn 5, my other unit of Gore that was in ambush finally comes in. 4 turns in a row, I rolled a 2 or a 3, so they couldn't come on. So now they come on the board. I'm like, yeah, big deal. It's too little, too late. So they come on this right-hand corner. Yeah, these guys are just fleeing around everywhere. I don't care. I'd rather them flee and just flee charges and just stay on the board. Ogre's turn 6 looks like this. He's really just moving his bulls away from my unit of Gore, and everybody else he moves up to shoot at me. He kills a bunch of my Gore, but not enough to cause a panic test. Otherwise, he looks like that. He's trying to shoot with his lead belchers to get the last points off of the unit of Gore in the middle of the table, and he kills a bunch, but isn't able to get all of them. During the magic phase, he miscasts and kind of blows himself up, but doesn't get me any points. Yeah, he shot a few. Really kind of got unlucky with his cannons there. And then on my turn, there was nothing I could do. I was too far away to charge with my unit of Gore. Everybody else is, well, you can see them. And that was the game. So, yeah, it really, in all honesty, wasn't a very fun game. I don't blame my opponent. I think he brought a very good tournament list, and I think it would have been more of a fun game had I brought a tournament list. Bringing the fluffy list that I did, I just couldn't stand up to him. And who knows? I mean, maybe I just didn't play a good game, and I'm open to any feedbacks people have to give me. But I really think the benefit of a comp system is to get like armies against each other so that it's a competitive game. And this this was not a competitive game. So I go into to game 2 with a loss under my belt. I didn't think I was going to win the tournament or come close anyway with this list. But I'm hoping I can have a better showing in game 2.